Hi everyone, I'm Robert Spurway, Managing Director and CEO at GrainCorp, and I'm joined today by Alistair, our Group CFO, where it's our pleasure to give you an update on the half-year results for 2020. It's been a really interesting period for GrainCorp. The business completed the sale of the bulk liquid terminals, the demerger of the malt business, and of course had to endure the third consecutive year of severe drought across East Coast Australia. We have, however, got some very clear priorities in the business. We remain very resilient in the face of challenges from COVID-19. It's great to be an essential business and good to see ongoing strong demand for our products and services. I do want to acknowledge our people that are keeping our business and supply chain going through this period. And also, the reason we're doing the video today is to recognise we can't do the town hall and normal face-to-face investor briefings that we might otherwise do. Secondly, we're very committed to delivering on the commitments we made in our demerger scheme booklet on the underlying operational performance initiatives in the business. Alistair, you're going to talk about that in a moment. And our people are also out there preparing what we call for harvest readiness. A little bit more on that later. But back to the results. We reported a statutory net profit after tax of $388 million. Importantly, the restructuring has seen the group really well funded with a strong balance sheet, and the encouraging underlying trends show the benefit of the work that's going on. Alistair, I'll get you to talk to that and the results in a bit of detail.
Thank you, Robert. It's pleasing to be able to report on the substantial turnaround in earnings, notwithstanding the third consecutive drought in a row. Just to remind everyone, the earnings include 6 months of malt, as well as the ongoing businesses of agribusiness and processing. So we reported an underlying EBITDA of $183 million. That's up from $27 million, and an underlying profit of $55 million. So GrainCorp is benefiting from the operational initiatives that we've been rolling out. We've had our first year of the crop production contract, as well as the new, more flexible rail contracts operating during the season. Improving crush margins, which is also added to the plant performance, and that's overall led to a better result. The new operating model has assisted with our decision making with the operating initiatives. The other big activity in the half was the refinancing of the group. And GrainCorp has finished the period with zero core debt. Coupled with the 10% interest in United Malt, that puts us in a good position with financing and living through these crazy times. Robert, I'll pass back to you now to provide an update on the outlook of the business.
Thanks, Alistair. So despite a number of significant items in the half, really good to see that underlying performance coming through. Yeah. And of course, as you say, strength of balance sheet, a real theme as we look to our outlook. We do expect that oilseed crush margins in the second half will continue to be favourable. There's been a lot of conversation about the amount of planting that's going on across East Coast Australia given recent improving weather patterns. We do want to point out that that will likely benefit the harvest as we go into F21. Our results in F20 though will be skewed towards the first half as we see the impact of the drought hit summer crop flow through into the second half of 2020. Importantly though, as I said earlier, our teams are really focused on setting the business up for harvest readiness as we look at the weather patterns, the amount of planting that's going on, to, as I said, hopefully a much better winter crop going into F21. Finally, I really want to make a special thank you to our growers, our customers, our people and our shareholders for your support. We're looking forward to updating you on the results at the end of the year, but in the meantime, if you do have any questions, we look forward to being able to answer those. Thanks again for your time today. We'll stay in touch.